This lab is the classic qual scheme lab. It's a lab built entirely on qualitative analysis. And that qualitative analysis is actually built on several things that we've built up on during the course of the lecture material that we've learned about so far. So for example, we learned way back in Unit 0 about how there are certain kinds of cations and anions that are soluble or insoluble with each other. We learned, for example, that sodium ions and ammonium ions pretty much don't precipitate with anything. We learned that highly charged ions typically tend to form lots of precipitates with anions. So here we are in this lab where you're going to do basically two different things. The first thing you're going to do is find out which kinds of cations precipitate with known anions and which ones do not. And that's fine, because that'll give you a taste of how important it is to understand good laboratory skills and also have that fun of being able to discover some unknown. Is it lead? Is it silver? The other thing that's really important is for you to understand the idea of a flame test. This isn't built at all on the idea of whether things precipitate or not. This is built on the idea that if you stick certain metals into flames, they end up creating colors for you to observe. And certainly you see this anytime you look at a fire and you see the yellowish sorts of colors coming up, or occasionally the reds or the green colors that come up. So that's what this lab is about. It is about this sort of notion of qualitative analysis of various kinds of unknowns. As you perform this lab, what you're going to find out is that it's pretty fun. I've never met anybody who didn't really enjoy this laboratory just because of this notion of discovering, what is it? What am I going to find out about? But what you're going to find as you do this lab is if you want to get the right answer, you better have really good laboratory practice. Because it turns out that there are so many ways that you can get false positives and false negatives in this lab if you aren't careful. So read carefully and be methodical in the way you take on this particular lab. Good luck with it.